Hello, welcome to my channel, Becoming Bev. If you're new here, just to tell you a little bit about me, I'm 58 years old. I'm a solo female and currently choosing to live in my van. Today I decided to do a Q&A. I'm going to answer some of the questions that you all have for me. Have you ever worried that your van will break down in the middle of nowhere? Do you have problems finding a place to park overnight? Are you having fun or do you miss home? Is companionship important to you in van life? Do you have any regrets or things you wish you'd done differently? How do you film when you're by yourself? How much research did you do before going out on the road? What do you love about your van life? Are you ever going to get a dog? What do you miss about sticks and bricks living? Aren't you afraid out there all by yourself? Did you solve your heating problem? Today I'm going to answer all of those questions and probably a few more. Okay, question number 1. Aren't you worried about breaking down in the middle of nowhere? Obviously, I have some concerns around that. I joined AAA. I have that to fall back on. Recently, I was having some problems with the tire pressure in my right front tire. Like about every 3 days, I would take a look at it and the tire pressure would be low. I had it checked at a tire shop. It turns out I had a dent in the rim on the inside of the tire. I have that fixed now and it hasn't been an issue, but I did have a little anxiety around, seeing that the tire was low, being 40 miles from the nearest town to even have it checked, but it all turned out just fine. And I want to take this time to tell a little story. So I was at a gas station getting gas, and these two kids were on their skateboards, riding around in the parking lot. And they made a point to come over to me and say, "Excuse me, ma'am, I just wanted you to know that it looks like your front tire is a little bit low." I appreciate those kids doing that. It's like people are so good. Question number 2. Do you have a difficult time finding a place to park overnight? I haven't had a difficult time at all. I have parked in hotel parking lots. I've parked at campgrounds. I've parked at national parks where the campground was full. I ended up getting there after hours and just parked in the campground's overflow parking, stealth camping. I've parked at roadside parks and picnic areas. And then my number one place that I have parked the most at are my friends' driveways. I love mooch camping. It does a couple of things for me, actually. It feeds my desire to be social, and I get to spend time with people that I care about, and it gives me a really safe place to park for the night. So everyone who's helped me out with letting me park in their driveway, thank you so much. Is companionship important in van life? I am a very extroverted person, and companionship is very important to me. I treasure my alone time. I need my alone time. Would I like to have my person? Absolutely, I would like to have my person. I had a relationship last year. I call it my sparkler relationship. It was like a 4th of July sparkler. It burned really, really bright and it made me go, ooh, ah. And then it fizzled out and I was just left standing there with a little burned up piece of wire. Now, I did get a lot out of that relationship and we're still friends. Honestly, I would like to have my person. I feel like whatever relationship I have, maybe it's not going to look like everyone else's. It's not going to be he and I spend 24/7 together living in the van. This van is perfect for one person. 2 people in here full time, it's pretty snug. So kudos to you all that have 2 people staying in your van. I do like the idea of having someone that I can connect with on a daily basis, maybe with a phone call, or someone that could meet me different places and has the freedom to travel. I am not desperate for that. I am not in a hurry for that. I am perfectly content being out here on my own, but that is in the back of my mind as something I would like at some point. Are you having fun or do you miss home? I'm having the time of my life, and no, I don't miss home. I miss a few things about home. I miss having a bathtub. I heard something the other day and I thought that this was a really good point. When you're at home, you have all the comforts of being at home, but you don't have the freedom. So I feel like I've done a trade-off So I've given up having a bathtub for the freedom to be on the road. And I think that the trade-off is completely worth it. Do you have any regrets or things you wish you had done differently? I feel like I have a whole collection of heaters. I feel like I finally worked out the heater thing. I ended up getting Mr. Heater Buddy. I used it for the first time a few nights ago. It was 21 degrees out. I finally got the Mr. Buddy propane heater out. I turned it on. I cracked a window for a little bit of ventilation for it. I slept so snugly and warm in here, and it was a perfect solution. Later on, I'll look at getting a diesel heater, but the Mr. Buddy was something that I could just go to the store and pick up and have right away. One of the suggestions that I got was to wear a beanie or to buy myself a hat for when I go to sleep so the top of my head doesn't get cold at night. I bought this hat. It's kind of cool too. It has these little squeeze things on the end so I can squeeze them and the ears go up. Yes, I did. And so when I'm sleeping at night, if the hat comes loose, I can take this and pull it back down into place. And then I wake up in the morning and I can just do this. The other thing, it lights up at night. That's kind of cool. I can do it to music too. So this is my hat that helps keep my head warm at night. Also, I wish I would have looked into solar power, and I feel like that's something I'll do at some point. The Jackery has given me plenty of power right now, but I will look into the solar power so I don't have to keep the Jackery charged up. And if it's something that can just ride on the roof of my van and I already have that, that's one less thing I have to worry about. Another thing I wish I would have done differently is when they put the sink in, and I love the sink. I love the little electric pump on there. I love just being able to turn the water on, but the face of the sink they did with the fabric with the headliner. So it cleans up, like I can take, a little bit of soap and water and clean it up. But I think I would really like to have something that I could just wipe down. And the next thing I wish I had differently was hot water besides just boiling it. So I boil it and that works out just fine, but I think it would be cool to have a little inline hot water heater. And one more thing I don't love about the van, I don't love the extra length from the cargo rack. I laugh at myself every time I go to park now. I'm like, all right, Jennifer, where am I gonna park your big rear end? And it does take up 2 parking places now, or some place that I can pull in really far to get that cargo rack in the parking space lines. Next question, how do you film when you're solo? I have a setup. I put it on a tripod. I have a selfie stick, and then I also have a gimbal. I'm not very good at using the gimbal yet. Feels like it wobbles a little bit, so I have to get more used to doing that. I absolutely prefer having someone with me, especially when I'm trying to demo something or do something. It's super helpful to have somebody there filming, but I'm learning. This is all new to me. So right now, yes, a tripod, a selfie stick, and a gimbal is how I film myself when I'm alone. How much did I research before hitting the road? None. Almost none. I've never been a person that has to have all their ducks in a row before they do something. I'm not a big researcher. And actually, when I travel, I really like it when someone else makes the plans and I get to just show up. So the way that I travel is I have an idea of certain things that I want to see, and then I just see where the wind blows me from there. All right, what do I love about my van life? I love the freedom. I love just being able to meander. It's like meandering has taken on a whole new meaning for me. It took me 2 weeks to get across Texas, and I loved every minute of not being in a hurry. I'm really loving the small space. I love that everything is right here within reach. It's like I get up, I sit on the end of the bed, I make my coffee in the morning. If I need anything, it's right here within reach, right here, right here. And I have a whole new appreciation for that. Are you going to get a dog? no, I'm not going to get a dog. I love dogs. When I'm around them, they seem attracted to me, and I love playing with them and talking to them, but I don't really want the responsibility of a dog. Plus, I have Lenny the lizard, and I'm pretty good with that. What do you miss about sticks and bricks living? I miss the bath. I've already mentioned that. I miss being able to order something and have it delivered to a mailing address. I really have to plan where I'm going to be ahead of time if I need something mailed. Aren't you afraid out there all by yourself? I'm really not afraid. I haven't had a single moment of being afraid. I put the window blinds up. I put my blackout curtains on there. I lock the doors. I feel just as safe in my van as I did in my house. A couple of nights ago, I pulled into a picnic area rest stop, and I was the only one there. And the thought occurred to me, like, I wonder if I should go on to the next rest stop. But then a couple of truckers pulled in and another car pulled in, and honestly, that made me feel totally safe. The experiences that I've had in the past, like my daughter and I were pulling a camper from Texas to Missouri, and we were having a couple of issues. We pulled into a truck stop, and the truckers were super sweet about jumping in and helping out and giving us suggestions to fix the problems. Having them there at the rest stop made me feel safe. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I appreciate you being here. You should really get yourself one of these hats. And as always, remember, if you keep watching, I'll keep posting content.